Let's see how that plays out, because on the face of it, it would seem that if you've eliminated someone who's been part of this country or the leadership of this country for the last 40 years, that gives people a reason to rally around the flag. How can you expect people to come out and retake the government, as Trump said? But I'm getting another piece of breaking news as well. This is a CNN News 18 exclusive. On Khamenei's killing, Pakistani protesters have stormed the U.S. Consulate in Karachi. They've entered the U.S. Consulate building in Karachi. Multiple casualties, we are given to understand, are feared. Sources are also saying that it's being reported that there are more than 8 deaths and over 30 injured in this attack that happened on the U.S. Consulate building in Karachi. Sources are also claiming that the U.S. base administration has seized the bodies of these individuals inside the consulate building. Protests continue across the country. In Skardu, we saw pictures. We saw pictures from Lahore as well, and now in Karachi. I want to bring in Major General Rajiv Kochar here in our studios as well. Okay, let's go to Siddhant first. Siddhant, so again, in the case of Pakistan, there's always a question mark. Are these genuine protests? Is this genuine anger that's spilling out onto the streets on American diplomatic missions, etc., or is this being orchestrated by the military, political leadership, the sort of government there, the hybrid government there, in order to give vent to some of this anger?
That's right, Zaka. In fact, this input has been brought to us by securities editor Manoj Gupta. Now, Manoj is reporting that Pakistani Shia Muslim protesters have stormed the U.S. consulate in Karachi in response to recent U.S. IDF strikes against Iran. Pakistan's security forces successfully pushed back the angry protesters who attempted to attack the U.S. consulate in Karachi. Protesters in Karachi set fire to the U.S. consulate amid demonstrations following the reported martyrdom of Supreme Leader Khamenei. Protesters broke through the security barricades and entered the U.S. consulate in Karachi. The protest appeared to be part of a wave of anti-U.S. demonstrations in the region following heightened tensions over the assassination of Iran's Supreme Leader. Now, tensions rise as the city witnesses intense unrest. Protests erupted after Khamenei's death in Pakistan. U.S. personnel stationed at the U.S. consulate opened fire on Pakistani protesters. It is being reported that there are more than 8 Zaka deaths and over 30 injured. Sources claim that the U.S. base administration has seized the bodies of the martyrs at the consulate. After Karachi, protests have started outside the U.S. consulate in Lahore. Protest continues across the country, including Gilgit-Baltistan. Karakoram Highway has been closed to all types of traffic. Back to you.
Okay, Siddhant, we'll leave it at that. Thanks very much. Major General, here in our studios, just in terms of, how this is likely to play out, one variable that's been added is Iran is now attacking these civilian targets in Dubai, in Doha, in Bahrain. And those countries don't necessarily have the propensity for war. They certainly don't have the propensity for their civilian population to be attacked. How may that change the equation, Major General?
Thank you, Zaga. Point to note here is that these are soft targets, because all these countries do not have that kind of air defense umbrella which possibly Israel has. Because Iran has 2 options now, either to strike Israel, and we know that Gerald Ford is there, and it is an added umbrella for the air defense as far as Israel is concerned, because if you remember the last 12 days war, on the 9th day, Israel was not able to stop the missiles of Iran from coming in because interceptors had fallen short. But here what we are seeing is this is a pressure tactics on the part of Iran as far as the United States is concerned, because a message is being given to the United States as also to the Gulf nations that the United States cannot protect you any longer. Because if you remember, all these Gulf countries have US air and military bases here. And the premise why these bases were placed here was to give a protection to these countries against any outside interference in terms of any kind of a conflict. So I think a strong narrative or a strong strategic message is going from Iran as far as we are concerned, telling these Gulf countries that America can no longer protect you.
Okay.
It is not that these countries are enemies of Iran. you have to take that into account because over a long period of time, Iran has enjoyed fairly good relations with these countries. It is basically a message which is going to the Americans and also to these countries that United States is not able to protect you any longer. And I think these attacks are going to intensify because if you look at the arsenal of missiles Iran has, preponderance of these missiles are the short and the medium range missiles. So it is quite convenient for Iran to target these countries and put pressure on the US to stop this war.
Okay, just give me